Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Matt Fleischer, and today we are talking about agentic workflows and how AI is changing the game, actually automating a whole bunch of manual processes, and more importantly, how you can make money doing this for other people. So if you like that idea, smash the like button. All right, so I was doing a little research this morning, and I was looking at Google Trends for agentic automation. And what agentic automation is, and you could see here that interest has come and gone, and now it is projected to go through the roof. And what it is basically this obsession with automating everything. AI is literally being embedded in everything. And the big new thing is agents, where it can actually go out, do a bunch of tasks for you, and then come back with a finished result. And the difference between that and just regular AI is when you're sitting at ChatGPT's window, you're basically having an ongoing conversation with it and coming to a conclusion on something. An agent is a little different because I can schedule a task to occur, and then it can go through a series of steps and come back to me with an end result at the end of it. And something like this can be triggered where you can have, let's say you were having it generate images for you, it can suddenly generate an image every minute if you wanted to, and you can really start pumping out a lot of content. Now, I want to talk a little bit about that because I think we're entering the age of major spam, because as people build these workflows, I'll actually show you guys a workflow that I'm working on right now. This is a tool that I'm messing around with. It's called N8N. And using something like this, people are creating these, they're basically like bot farms of content. And I think it's actually going to be a real problem soon because there's so much fake stuff going out there on Instagram and YouTube and whatnot that, first of all, people can't tell the difference between what's real and what's fake, but also it's not useful stuff. And it's actually just generating massive amounts of traffic for now, but I think eventually the spam filters are going to start clamping down on this stuff, and we're going to see a massive reduction in this type of thinking. So what I'm trying to do with my little tool here is basically come up with a method of doing this in a way where we're creating helpful content. Even though it's automated, I'm looking for less is more, and I rather hit a topic really hard with less stuff that's powerful rather than flooding the internet with a bunch of garbage. So that is something that I'm working on here. If you guys are interested in any of this, please let me know in the comments down below, because this is just something that I'm pursuing on the side, but I'm happy to share my progress with it if that's something you guys are interested in. So I was looking a little bit at agentic automation, then I went over to Google and I just wanted to see what comes up. And we've got some sponsored ads here. And I think the pitch for this video is basically that you can use these kinds of tools to help businesses in your local area, because there's a lot of mom and pop shops out there that are dealing with all the expensive cost of, like, maybe they have a front desk person that literally just answers the phone. You can create an automated process for them where they don't necessarily need that person anymore. Now, that's sad for the receptionist, but maybe they can be freed up and start doing other things in the office. So it's not necessarily the end of their job. I think it's a change of what people are doing and spending their time on. So I was thinking about this, that you can start helping these local businesses automate simple processes. Like, I have a client that he's got like 4 different cell phones and 20 different phone numbers. And instead of manning all these phones himself, I think if he had a system like this, then he, first of all, would be willing to pay thousands of dollars to me to do that. And then also, I think he would have a higher success rate because we could start filtering out the spam calls for him, and we could start filtering out the people that aren't serious and get him really good leads, and then present those good leads in an automated fashion so that he can actually pick and choose what he wants to take on. The process of how I would tackle this if this is something that I wanted to pursue. So agentic automation, obviously, it's something people are interested in. Obviously, people are paying sponsored links for, right? So they're buying ads for it. I was looking a little bit at Agentic AI just in Ahrefs tool, and we can see here that demand has gone from near zero to explosive. Okay, so this is an exploding area of AI. And then there's also an explosion on YouTube of automation experts. But if we look over here at YouTube, we can see that there are massive amounts of views for this type of stuff. So if you wanted to get into this for yourself, you could start learning how to use N8N or Make or Zapier or combine all these different tools together. And you can create content that helps people. Like this guy's making, auto-publish content hourly workflows, or YouTube stuff, and how to automate your YouTube channel, different things like that. And I think that if you position yourself in the right way and you start making this content, you could start funneling people to free workflows, and then you could flip them into paid courses. You could flip them into paid PDFs. You could flip them into actual contract work where you will automate their process for them. There was another YouTuber, I can't remember the name at the moment, but he was literally building make.com workflows for companies. And these, like, you can literally automate all your processes with this. And he was just literally building out people's businesses for them. So he was doing like print on demand automation, Etsy automation, Gumroad, like you name all the different platforms, and this stuff talks to all of it. So it's like overwhelming, but at the same time, there's a really good opportunity for the people that get into this right now, being that you can help a lot of people. So let's dive a little deeper into the keyword aspect of this, because I think if you wanted to build out a website that was all about agentic automation, I think you could start doing it with some low-hanging fruit. Like the search traffic volume for these different phrases is low. And we can see here that the competition is kind of like a mixed bag. And we can see some are NA, they're not available yet. And they're grayed out because they haven't been updated in a while. Like this one hasn't been updated since, just move this over, since June 2024. A lot of these are from last year, like literally a year ago. And I think this is a huge opportunity because we can see here just on these little graphs that the traffic is starting to flood on all of these. So Agentic AI News, you can make a website that's literally all about AI news. And these platforms pay a lot of money for their affiliate programs. I believe Make has one. They do, and I know N8N does too. So they offer a 20% commission on all your referrals for 24 months. So that means that you're getting a recurring commission 20%. So compound interest on that is astronomical, because instead of getting paid one time, you're getting paid on an ongoing basis. So if they pay annually, let's say they actually bought an annual plan, even at a $9 plan. So let's say that they spend $120, you're getting 20% of that. So it's like 25 bucks, but you're getting that 25 bucks on top of all the other sales that you make. So all of a sudden, let's say you make 5 sales of the core membership here, then you're already doing like $400 a month right there. Times that by 30, you've got yourself a couple $1,000s every single month coming in, and you've only had to sell them once on a product. So N8N, these guys, I think they do 30%. Yeah, so they have a 30% commission. And I believe it's also the same thing where it's a recurring amount. So let's take a look at their pricing. So they're $20 a month, billed annually. It's the same. Actually, no, it's double that. So you'd be getting like $40, and it's actually 30%. So $36, yeah, so I was close. So $36 per sign up per month. Let's say you started a YouTube channel just doing that. On the $36 you make, say 100 sales, you're already at $3,600 for the month. Add a couple zeros or bump that up to 200. Let's say month 3, you start doing well, you're at 7 grand, and on you go, and you could start making some serious cash in this business. And I've seen a lot of these channels pop up where people are starting to automate their processes and show how to do this stuff. And basically what they're doing is sending people back to their site for the prompts that they're using. And if they want to actually get those prompts so that they can copy and paste them, they're charging a hefty amount of money for it. So they're getting money on the prompts themselves, and then they're also getting money on the services that provide the actual automation. So it's kind of cool. And then also you're compounding different tools together. So like Zapier is another big one. I have not used this tool, but I know it plays well with Make and N8N. So there's a good amount of overlap, and I'm sure that they have an affiliate program as well. I'd be surprised if they don't. And even if they don't, let's see, no, I don't see one. But even if they don't, they do not have an affiliate program. They're still advertising. So if you wanted to just put ads on your site, there's a good chance that the advertising dollars on that are pretty decent. So let's see Zapier. Let's just put this into the tool. So they're getting 2 million visitors a month just on the organic reach alone. So that tells you something. They're showing up for all kinds of stuff. Zapier itself, okay, so they're only getting about $2 a click. It's not a tremendous amount of money. But even so, you can start creating workflow automation. Look at this. Workflow automation, 7,000 searches a month, about $10 a click. So if you started putting together helpful stuff for people, even if you talked about Zapier itself and weren't pushing this as the affiliate program, you're just giving helpful stuff for Zapier, but then you point them back to a workflow that you're using that happens to be N8N or Make or something that you can monetize, then you can make it work as well. Anyway, I know this is like a weird video, but I was just thinking about this morning and just playing around with the automation stuff that I'm doing, and I figured I'd share it because I think there's real opportunity here, and there's also real opportunity to stand out in a way that you're not spamming the internet. Because if you can turn this into something that's helpful, like answering phone calls for people, replying to text messages, setting up email funnels for different companies, different things like that, then I think this becomes a really good tool. But if you're just going to start pumping out millions of TikTok views, then I'm not sure, first of all, how you would monetize that in a really sustainable way. Might work for a year or two, but I don't think it's going to last. And I think that the spam is going to become so overwhelming that these platforms are going to start clamping down. So if you like this video, smash the like button, head to mattmakesmoney.com, join my email list, and I'm going to start sending you guys some really helpful stuff if you're interested in making money online. And drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think of this and if you're using AI automation in your own workflows. I'll catch you on the next video soon.